So yesterday I was watching Farfa's stream, and during that stream he ended up watching Team Samurai X1's newest Jesse Kotton collab video, in which Jesse attempted to create a one-card combo to get all 5 pieces of Exodia into his hand. Truly groundbreaking stuff here. Ever since I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2017, these weird, extreme, obscure combos with really strange win conditions has by far been the most enjoyable part of the game for me. Coming up with these combos and just like trying to solve the puzzle. That's it. That is Yu-Gi-Oh! For me. In mid-2019, a friend of mine at Locals challenged me to do the exact same thing. One card, all 5 pieces of Exodia. And I did it. It took about a day, just under, of like combo theory and stuff like that. It was the first big combo thing that I tried to do. And it was sort of like Jesse's combo. It was like really convoluted and took a bunch of extra steps that were just not necessary. And over time, I refined the combo. I even actually took the deck and played it at Locals a few times over the years. Going undefeated at Locals, be it a 20-man Locals, going undefeated at Locals with a shitty Exodia deck is my proudest accomplishment in Yu-Gi-Oh! That is really fucking sad to say out loud. But yeah, like Jesse's deck, it went through Isolde. It used Isolde, but we don't like Isolde, do we? Isolde is resident sleeper. Isolde makes it too easy. So when I saw Farfa's reaction to that video, I knew exactly what I had to do. I had to come up with a way to search all 5 pieces of Exodia off of just one card without using Isolde. Take it one step further. I will not be using Isolde, Armageddon Knight, or the 6-Sam Infinite Loop with Gateway that Jesse used in his Halokti Egyptian God combo. They just kind of make it a little too easy. So I wanted to challenge myself. And yes, I will be using dumb shit in this comp. Like there's like 3 or 4 different things in the game that are just dumb, and you use one of them in every single combo. You just can't do these weird shit without them. So you're gonna have to you're gonna have to bear with me on that. After contemplating the combo for a while, I realized how important Isolde is to the combo. Not summoning Armageddon Knight, like theoretically you could do the combo without summoning Armageddon Knight. In fact, that was the first thing I figured out. But it's doing it without Isolde specifically that is the awkward part. So generally these Exodia combos require Treasure Panda. And Treasure Panda requires spells. And when you're just starting with one card, it's really difficult to get spells in the grave. Spells or traps technically, but spells basically. And Isolde sending 4 equip spells was like the best guaranteed way of accomplishing that. So without Isolde, we can't rely on Treasure Panda. I have to come up with a different way of collecting the pieces. For the combo, I chose to start with Tour Guide, because I believe without Isolde, Tour Guide alone does the single most that any one card can do. I may be wrong about that. If I am, tell me about it. That's all I need to say before showing off the combo, so here it is. Okay, so here's the combo on Dueling Book. I would do it in real life. I'd much rather do it in real life, but I just don't have like a lot of the cards required for the combo. So we're just going to settle for Dueling Book here. I've just got a replay. So obviously we're going to start by normal summoning our Tour Guide, and using it we're going to summon our Graph. So we're going to make Cherubini, and Graph is going to activate and let us summon Seer from the deck. Then Cherubini is going to dump Carbonetin. So Carbonetin is a really interesting card used in 3-axis builds. I know I just said interesting, but whatever. You could banish this card from the grave, special summon from your hand or deck, 1 level 7 or lower dragon normal monster in face-up defense. It just summons any vanilla dragon from your deck, functionally. Then we're going to make Rusty. Seer is going to activate and special summon back the Cherubini. Then we're going to banish Carbonetin and summon Flame Velgard. It's just a tuner. Like, that's literally all we care about. Rusty is going to dump Cloak and set Shade Brigandine. Cloak is going to search his boots. And then we're going to make Hulk. Hulk is going to summon our Red Rose Dragon. When Red Rose is used as Synchro material, we can summon another Rose Dragon from our deck. We're going to activate and summon our Shade Brigandine and our Boots. And then Synchro summon Power Tool, trigger our Red Rose, which will summon out White Rose from our deck. We're going to use Power Tool Dragon's effect here, revealing 3 living fossils in our deck. Summoning Auroradon here. because Power Tool Dragon is a machine and not a dragon. We can use it in Hulk to make a Rotom. We're not using the token summoning effect. Instead, we're just going to straight up turn White Rose into Pisty. Pisty summon back the White Rose, and then turn these two into Hieratic Spheres. We're going to Living Fossil back Tour Guide, and then we're just linking away for a Cross Sheep. Now we're going to banish the Silent Boots and search a Fog Blade. This is purely discard fodder for the Brotor. And now we're going to use Aurorodon's effect. So once per turn you can tribute up to 3 monsters. We're tributing 2 to summon a Mecha Phantom Beast from our deck. We're going to tribute off our Rusty, which can't be used as link material, and our Hieratic Spheres to summon Mega Raptor. Any level 4 Mecha Phantom Beast works here, any at all, it does not matter. Except Coltwing. Coltwing has a mandatory effect on summon, that'll summon 2 tokens, and it'll clog your zones. So you don't want to summon Coltwing. Anyway, Spheres is going to trigger and summon our Brotor. And Brotor is going to target the Cross Sheep and search Rescue Ferret. Now we've got a free Sayuja for 3 materials, which lets us special summon this Rescue Ferret from our hand, which we're going to shuffle into the deck for summoning Bylon Cube, Gale Dogra, and World Chalice Guard Dragon. So yes, we're using Gale Dogra for the combo. It's got a lot of application here. So we're going to make a Herald. And we're going to use Bylon Cube's effect. And we're going to search ourselves the telekinetic charging cell that we're going to be using with our Gale Dogra. We're going to make a Dugaris. Then we're going to make a Reprodocus. And Dugaris is going to use this effect to special summon a monster from our grave in defense. We're going to summon back that Gale Dogra. I forget to trigger the Herald here, however it literally just does not matter at all. Reprodocus is going to activate its effect to change the type of Gale Dogra to Psychic. This means we're going to be able to equip him with Telekinetic Charging Cell. So for those who are unaware, Gale Dogra's effect requires you to pay 3,000 life points as cost to send any monster from your extra deck to the grave. It is not once per turn. Telekinetic Charging Cell says you can only equip it to a Psychic type monster, which Gale Dogra is. And while it's equipped, you don't have to pay life points to activate the effects of the equipped monster. We can now activate Gale Dogra's effect infinite times and send monsters from our extra deck to the grave infinitely. Well, we're gonna make a Cross Sheep. This doesn't matter at all. It's just like Link Arrows. I just need an extra zone with Link Arrows. I'm gonna use Gale Dogra, send Cyframe Lord Omega. So, for those who are unaware with how this actually functions, Omega can recycle itself and another card infinitely while it's in the grave. So if we read here, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one other card in your grave, shuffle both that card and this card in the grave into the deck. So we're going to use Omega's effect, shuffle itself and the Herald back. Then we're going to send Herald. Herald is going to search us Advanced Ritual Art. Then we're going to send Omega. Then we're going to use Omega's effect again. Then we're going to send Herald and trigger its effect again, adding Gishki Cyclone. Then we're going to send Omega, and we're going to repeat that 2 more times and search 2 more copies of Gishki Cyclone. Then we're going to advance Ritual Art, sending any level 4 vanilla monster from our deck to the grave in order to summon Gishki Cyclone. Then Omega's going to shuffle back Advanced Ritual Art, we're going to put back Omega, and then we're going to shuffle back Herald, and then we're going to send Herald and Omega again. Herald will search as Advanced Ritual Art. So basically now we can Advanced Ritual Art again, and we're going to repeat that once more, the Advanced Ritual Art once more time for Gishki Cyclone. Now, we're going to activate World Chalice Guard Dragon's effect. While this card is in the grave, you can banish it to reborn a normal monster from your grave. We're going to summon back this Legion. It summons in defense, but and we're just going to overlay 4 materials for a 4 material Primath Mech Alimbertion. This card is one of those cards that only sees use when it's being completely abused in dumb combos like this, and I guess in actual math mechs. But basically what we want is this effect right here. If you detach 4 materials, you can add any spell or trap from your deck to your hand. We're detaching 4 materials. And we're searching card destruction. So, basically, the problem I had, and we're just gonna go through this combo, I'm just going to Omega Shuffle 2 things back. So the problem I had with the combo was that I wasn't able to use spell cards to some of the Exodia pieces with Treasure Panda just because I couldn't consistently get 6 spells in the grave, which is what I need for my original combo. I thought for a while about alternate ways of getting the Exodia pieces either in the graveyard or on the field or in the hand. Then I realized, why not just draw them forehead? So we're going to be using the Omega and Herald loop 7 times. And we are literally just going to be adding 7 more rituals from our deck to our hand. Now, we've got 9 cards in hand, 8 rituals, and card destruction, and we've got 8 cards in deck. Activate card destruction, discard 8 cards, draw 8 cards. And there you have it. Every single time, all 5 pieces of Exodia off of just 1 card. Without using Isolde, take that, Jesse Kotton. Yeah, so I use Gale Dogra. It works. It takes liberties with the fact that you start with 1 card and not 5. Deck count is kind of relevant at the end. I mean, as far as this this puzzle starting with 1 card, it works. It works. You get all 5 pieces of Exodia in your hand, guaranteed every single time you do this combo, starting with just Tour Guide. That's it. No Isolde, no Gateway, no Armageddonite. I fucking love doing these combos. They are so much fun to me, genuinely. It took like 2 hours. That's about it. But yeah. Peace.